What's up, America? The fellas are back. The two of us. We are here together. Together.
Just
The
the
two.
two of us.
We can make it
Make
if
it
we
if we
try.
try.
Just
Just
the
the
two of
two
us.
of us.
The two of
Hey.
us. All right. Yeah. Brothers are back.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long 10 days, I think, since we did a pod together. It's terrible. Gross to think about. Ugh. Um, but we are here and we got a great episode for you guys. Sorry, I forgot to set up my little shelf I got here for the. There we go. Makes it a little better. We got a great episode for you guys. We're going to be breaking down standings right here, real quick, and then we're also going to get into some playoff scenarios because this is the last week of the regular season, and then we will do our fantasy sleepers, and then we will do our critically acclaimed NFL pick'em that was once again in the green last week.
Yep.
All
We
right.
gotta get one in store for you guys.
Yeah, no more complaining.
No more complaining. The duo
No
is
more,
back.
no more complaining, baby. Let's go. All right. Let's get real quick, just rapid fire into standings right here as we are going into the last week of the regular season. In first place all year, he's been dominant. Jared at 10-3, Nikki at the 2 spot, 8-5, myself at the third spot, 8-5. Us three, we have officially clinched the playoffs. We have a little asterisk next to our name on the sleeper app. It looks great. In the 4th spot, we got Mike coming in at 7-6. JJ in the 5th spot at 7-6. Kenny 6-7. In the 6th spot. In the 7th spot, we also have Jake at 6-7. Grant in the 8th spot at 5-8. Lee, our sweet boy Lee, 4-9 in the 9th spot, and Dan somehow still in the last spot at 4-9 as well. You want to go over real quick some playoff scenarios?
Yeah, there's a few playoff scenarios that we're looking out for this coming week. Um, First playoff scenario is the bye. We want to talk about the bye. So there's currently Jared and Nick have the bye locked up. Jared's got the bye
Yep.
completely locked up.
Yep. Yep.
If Nick loses this week and Richard
We'll just start off. If Nick wins, he gets the bye.
if Nick wins, he
Yeah.
gets the bye.
Win in
But
your end, baby.
correct. But if Nick doesn't win and Richard wins, Richard gets the bye. So that's pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah.
Now,
If yeah, Nikki lose. I need Nikki to lose, and I need to win in order for me to get the 2 seed.
correct.
Yep.
So, but there's a scenario where Mr. Sierra, Mr. Mike
Mhm.
here,
Yep.
he watches this in his living room. I gave him a shout out on the previous pod, but since he most likely didn't watch it, hello, Sophia. Hello, the Sierra family. We love you
Hello,
guys.
Sophia.
Yes. But like I said in the last episode, back to business. Mike is 7-6. In order for him to make the playoffs, he needs you and Nick to lose.
Correct.
And then I don't know how he would get the bye though, because he's one game back and he has 20.
Well,
He
I
has
think it'd be.
less
I think
points
it'd be.
more than Nick, so he'd have to outscore
Yeah, I'm
Nick
about to say he'd have to. I think he'd have to outscore Nick. God,
by 8.
like my little shoulder over there just keeps getting blacked out. All right.
You have to outscore Nick by 8 points.
By 8.
So
Yeah, that's
it's
doable.
close.
That's
Yeah.
doable. But yeah. So we have that, and then we also have you and Jake. I believe if you win, you're in.
If I win, I'm in. If
Yeah.
Jake wins and I lose, I'm out. If
Yep.
Jake and I both lose and Grant wins, Grant is in.
Woo! That is spicy. And if you guys both lose and Grant loses,
I'm in.
okay. So Jake needs wait, what happens if you lose and okay, no, Jake will still get in. All right, yeah. So Jake needs Kane to lose in all scenarios. Grant needs both of you guys to lose in
And he
all
has to win.
scenarios, and he has to win. Great time of the year. I don't know honestly the toilet bowl scenarios.
So toilet bowl scenario is pretty simple. Dan and Lee both lose. If Dan and Lee both lose, Lee has such an advantage on Dan's points for that Dan would be going to Waffle House. It's a points for tiebreaker.
Wow.
We've talked about
Wow.
it. It's settled.
Wow.
If
Wow.
Dan wins, Lee loses. Obviously, they're tied at 4-9. Dan would avoid Waffle House. So Dan plays me. I have to win. I am using everything I have, all my powers to put it in my team to win. So we'll see what happens. There's a lot of scenarios that can happen.
Yeah, a lot of scenarios around the league. This is a great time of the year. Obviously
Exciting.
hoping that I don't even know who. We'll get into the matchups here in a second. I don't know who Nikki plays, but I will be rooting for that other team hard.
JJ.
Hard. JJ, go JJ, go Meerkats. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing personal, just business. Standing on business. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Um,
Standing on. I think
that's
it's.
it.
No, there's this. You missed that.
I don't remember that.
It's
I remember
standing,
him going like this.
standing
Standing.
on business.
All right.
Whatever
Well,
the.
I missed this part.
Yeah, I think it's this. I think this is on.
Let's get
Oh,
back to business.
okay.
It's good.
All right. That was actually a really cool moment by DK Metcalf. Shout out to him.
That was swaggy.
All right. So first matchup will be JJ versus Mike. Really good matchup. Both projected 140 points.
Wait, Jared versus Mike.
What did I say?
You said JJ.
Sorry.
Get back.
I hit my head on this cabinet right here. Literally, there's a cabinet right here and nailed my head the first episode we ever did. Safe to say I might not be fully recovered from that. Jared and Mike are playing each other, both projected 140 points. All right, there we go. And like I said, it's gonna be a great game. Mike needs to win. Jared does not need to win. Who do you got? Who do you like? Who do you got?
So I'm going to actually pick Mike in this matchup.
Oh,
The reason I'm picking Mike is I don't love Jared's matchups this week. Granted, Tyreek Hill, he's always going to go off. TJ Hawkinson's back this week. Nico Collins. The problem is Nico Collins. I think Jared needs everybody to be firing on all cylinders for his team to really put up those big weeks. And Nico Collins plays the Jets. Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson is returning. So both of his flex value goes down. Mike, on the other hand, Devontae Smith's been playing really well. Goddard comes back, so the targets are going to be dispersed. So he might go down. Chuba Hubbard, he's got a tough matchup this week. But I think between Saquon, Bijan, Diggs, and Kupp and Hurts, Mike's going to put up a big week. He's going to get the win. Sorry, Jared.
for the sake, oh geez, might need to water here. For the sake of the 2 seed, I'm going to take Jared. This is going to be a good game though. I don't think Jared's matchups are that bad. I think eventually AJ Brown is gonna. I mean, what he did, he put up 19 for San Francisco. It's actually pretty good numbers. But like you said, yeah, the matchups do have to happen perfectly. Jordan Addison, I think, is obviously gonna take a step back with Jefferson coming back. Chuba Hubbard, tough matchup. Travis Kelce's gonna get his. Diggs is gonna get his. The one thing I don't like is Kupp. I have Kupp in another league. It's tough been matchup. Tough. Rough seas here for Kupp. The injury, not getting the amount. He's getting targets, but he's just not getting yards. I think he had like 39 yards last week. Not great. But I'm going to take, for the sake of the 2 seed, I'm going to take Jared here. And then next up, we do have JJ versus Nikki. Wow, JJ is projected to win by 31. Really?
Nick doesn't have a tight end, but it doesn't look like he's picking one up.
Wow, that would be, well, yeah, because he's got McBride. Oof. Some tough decisions over to make at the camp. I'm gonna take obviously JJ. Same reason that I had for Mike. I need these guys to lose. I need to win to get the 2 seed, get the bye. JJ's got a great team. He's projected 140, puts up 133. Nikki's projected 109, obviously puts up 142. Obviously again the numbers are skewed because there's no tight end spot. But I'm gonna take JJ here.
Yeah, I'm going to take JJ as well. I'm excited and I'm frightened to see what JJ's team looks like with Justin Jefferson coming back.
Yeah.
CMC, obviously, the combo there is just insane. Michael Pittman's been so consistent. I really like JJ's team going to the stretch here. He's got some injury things to worry about with DeAndre Swift and Pacheco. Nick's team I still love, but
Swift got lit up in that San Fran game.
Goodness I'm curious if he's going to play. I don't see an injury tag on him, but I mean, Nick's not playing at tight end. It seems like Nick might not be picking one up. Geno Smith's in a tough matchup. I just think this is going to be a down week for Nick. I don't think his team is in danger by any means, but it's just going to be a down week.
I think probably if Trevor goes, he'll just drop Geno and start Trevor.
Probably.
Just and pick up a tight end. Or maybe he won't. I mean, listen, crazy things have happened. So we got that game. And then also we have Waffle House bound Lee versus Jake. Pickett fence. Shout out to Kenny Pickett. Hope he has a speedy recovery. Ankle injury. He will not be playing tonight. Tough to see, but we do love Mr. Trubisky. I'm gonna go with Lee here just because I think he's gonna pull it out. I think it's been a rough stretch for him. It's been a tough stretch for Jake too. I think he's lost 5 in a row. It's very, very tough. which makes me want to pick Jake. But he has started fire move tonight, which I think is a great move, legendary move, starting a guy on Thursday night. He's got some buys, he's got some injuries with Aaron Jones. I'm gonna take Lee here.
I'm going to take Lee as well. I need Lee to win. Lamar popped up on the injury report today with an illness. That is not good. He will probably still be playing, most likely. Madison, we'll see what happens with him. Las Vegas is a good matchup. Najee's hurt. Debo can go off any week. Godwin, I'm think Godwin's gonna have
a great game Sunday
because his freaking wife complains. Yep. I shouldn't say freaking wife.
I was about to say, geez, lady. Man, whoa, yeah. Jesus, man.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
This is freaking wife.
I'm sure she's a great lady. Sorry about that.
I think a couple people have met her. She seems very nice.
Yeah, she seems like a nice lady. I totally take that comment back. Don't clip that. But Lee, Jaylen Warren's probably going to pick up some more time, more snaps. Jordan Love's going to play well. He's been on fire. Mike Evans been on fire. Jay Ferguson's been on fire. I think Lee's kind of steamrolling and coming into this week. So I'm going to pick Lee.
All right, and then we got myself versus Grant. I'm actually projected to lose. I don't believe any of that malarkey. I think that's BS. I think I'm going to blow Grant out. I love Grant. I got to blow him out. I got to get that 2 seed. It's on my mind. We're looking for it. To me, it's like almost like winning the division in the NFL. Like this is what we train for. Is what we work for. Is what we pick up guys at 2:30 in the morning for. Yeah, he's got Eckler, who apparently just lost his job randomly. Austin Eckler. What a turn of events from the last 2 years. Very sad to see. I've had Eckler. I had him in 21. What a player, really, and he loves fantasy football too. So I think he would. Hey, Austin Eckler, if you're free, come on the pod. We'd love to have you. Taysom Hill's gonna have a great game. I know it. They're gonna start using him way more, especially with Jameis starting, which it looks like it's gonna happen. A-Chain did A-Chain things last week. He had a great game. I think he's gonna have another great game. Gibbs gonna score a touchdown this game. We'll put that as a one of my predictions. I like me.
Yeah. I'm actually I'm gonna pick you as well.
I was about to say
I've been pretty down on your team, kind of.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Please don't pick me because I think you've faded me every single week, and that's why I'm in the 3 spot now and clinched. So just pick Grant.
I want to pick Richard this week. I think Jahmyr Gibbs has a good matchup. A-Chain looked like he's back. Joe Mixon and Jamar Chase destroyed my hopes and dreams. Awesome. Rashee Rice is trending upward.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about last week. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you went over for like 5 seconds in the pod last week.
What are you talking about? I definitely.
Nah.
I spent time talking about it.
Yeah, you were like, yeah, well, Richard came back on my team, and yeah, it just.
I mean, what do you want me to do? It's not. Like
I want you to say I dominated that Monday night game, and I dominated. Okay. Came back from 40 down. Go ahead.
It's not okay. Well, I'm gonna preface with Richard does not have this locked up by any means. Eckler probably gonna. He's Eckler's value is dropping, but Grant has the Dolphins defense. If you've been paying attention, the Dolphins defense is been insane. Good. David Montgomery is also in a good matchup. So there's a lot to look out for in this game. Spread is -8 because of projections, but I mean that's going to be a good one.
It'll be a good one for sure. And then we got you and Dan. I'm taking you. We love Dan. We love Dan. He actually has a really good team. Actually, he has come. Listen, if there was a second half MVP, it'd be Dan, 100%. CeeDee Lamb, beast. Rachaad White, beast. Dak Prescott, beast. But I believe in your team. I believe in your playoff hopes. I think you've had a good team. Obviously, JT out, that hurts. You've had to deal with some injuries. You are starting Zeke tonight. That is awesome. I respect guys who start guys on Thursday night like that. Take the chance. I'm going to go with you.
Yeah, I'm going to pick me as well. I need to win. I have to win. If I don't win, you won't.
De facto playoff game.
I will be in an island somewhere far away.
If you think about it, this is my favorite. I love these scenarios. This is a playoff game for you, Jake, Grant, and I think JJ's pretty much in. It's just not official yet.
Is there a way JJ can get the bye? No, he doesn't have the points.
No,
actually.
Oh,
yeah, there is.
Oh yeah, 7. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
If you all lose, no, there's not a way. There's not a way. He would have to score like 300 points. He'd have to Yeah, there's not a way. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. but I think he's in. So playoff game for you, Grant, and Jake. That's awesome. I love that stuff. Um, Great matchups. This is what we play for last week of the season. Everybody, everybody, lock in. Lock in starts tonight. And with that, we will get to our NFL picks. Before NFL picks, we have a special shout out. Our boy Melvin
Shout out
loves the
Melvin.
pod. We love Melvin. I'm wearing the hat, salute the service hat. We love you, Melvin. Watching all the way. Um, you want to say where he is?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm like technically he's
Hey, you know
overseas.
what? He's
I don't know
overseas
if
and
it's like a
yeah,
top
I don't
security
know either.
clearance
That's
thing.
it. Yeah.
He's overseas, but he'll be
He's
back soon.
overseas and
My
he
brother-in-law,
is
for those who don't, I don't know.
yeah, we love Melvin. Huge fan of the show. We're a huge fan of him. Shout out to Melvin. Shout out to
Unofficial
Melvin.
sponsor is Stack Pro.
Stack Pro.
Get your dogs blinged out.
You
Get a
want
nice little
you want your
chain.
dogs looking right? You want your dogs dangling and bangling? Get some Stack Pro. All right.
Call that swag.
Um, let's get to our NFL picks right here.
Mhm.
It is week 14. Great week. Love. We're coming down the stretch here. It's December football. People are about to start clinching the playoffs, I think, soon. Not quite yet, but soon. Two teams, one team at least that will not be clinching the playoffs is the Patriots, and they play the Steelers tonight. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. Thursday night football, going to be a gritty game. Two backup quarterbacks, Bailey Zappi and Mitch Trubisky. Shout out to Mr. Trubisky. We saw him at FSU one time at Clyde's. He did not say hi to us, but I think he didn't even see us. So shout out to Mr. Trubisky. Who do you like?
Give me the Steelers. I think I've said this before and I've been wrong, but people forget how good the Steelers are.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they're missing Kenny
Mm-hmm.
Pickett.
Yep.
Is missing Kenny Pickett like missing, for the Ravens, Lamar
Tom
Jackson?
Brady.
Yeah, Tom
Yeah.
Brady. I don't think it's the same type of damage, right?
I don't think so either.
Najee's a little banged up, but Jalen Warren, I mean, that guy's very athletic. He's very versatile player. The Patriots, on the other hand, they're pretty banged up. I don't think they're going to admit to it, but I think they're tanking. You look at their injury report. Demario Douglas has been held out for a while. That's like their number one receiver. Bailey Zappi. I mean, they're flipping starters every week. It's a messy situation. There's not going to be a lot of touchdowns this game. Go Steelers.
I'm also going to go with the Steelers. And at the beginning of the week, I was leaning Patriots, but there's a famous saying that the hungry dog runs faster, and the Patriots are not running right now. They are they are. I think they are where they are. I think that I don't think it's in Bill Belichick's DNA to lose, but I just don't think right now they're a very good football team. The Steelers at prime time at that field in that stadium, probably wearing their I think they're wearing their yellow and their black and yellow alternates. That's tough. That's tough to beat right there in that stadium, that environment. Still Pittsburgh, still the Steelers. They still have a great defense. T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, um, and Joey Porter Jr. I'm gonna take the Steelers in this game. Just feels right. It just feels right overall. Next game, we got Texans Jets at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Interesting game for sure. Texans coming off a nice victory versus the Broncos. The Jets are in utter turmoil, to say the least. It's been an absolute drama fest show this week with Zach Wilson, Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show, cutting Tim Boyle. We all know who the leak was that said that Zach Wilson didn't want to play. It's been a ridiculous week. I don't see it getting better. I'm going to take the Texans here.
So I'm going to take the Texans as well for similar reasons, but I just want to call it that now that Zach Wilson has been benched and he is now back to being the starter, I have a feeling he's going to have a lot less pressure on his shoulders. He doesn't have that looming on him. So I think we're going to see a better game from Zach Wilson. That being said, the Texans are the better football team. Their defense has been playing well. CJ Stroud's obviously playing well. They lose Tank Dell. They don't have Dalton Schultz either. So they're missing two big weapons, but Noah Brown's really been able to step up. Nico Collins has been stepping up. Pierce actually got in the end zone last week, which at the expense of Tank Dell's leg. Texans, I want to pick Texans.
Yeah, I agree with you with that Zach Wilson point. I think we're definitely going to see because there literally is no other options now at this point. So he can do honestly whatever he wants. It might not be good, but he can do whatever he wants and not have the risk of Tim Boyle replacing him. Or I don't think they're going to turn. They signed Trevor Siemian for legitimately no reason. So
I think he didn't play well when he played. I don't think.
I think he played like half a quarter, and then they just went back to Tim Boyle. So I don't know. It's a disaster right there right now. Next game, Rams and Ravens at the bank in Baltimore. Give me the Ravens. The Rams are playing really good football right now, but there's just something about the Ravens are also coming off a bye. Something about these cross country games with the Rams that they are just not the same football team. And the Ravens have a tendency to beat up on decent teams. Honestly, like they've been pretty dominant. This could be a good spot for the Rams, but I just don't see it. Especially these are gonna be 20-mile-per-hour winds in Baltimore on Sunday. Um, for all that, the conditions, cross country flight, give me the Ravens.
I'm gonna go Rams here. Um, there's light rain in the forecast. I think it's going to be. I think I say this on a lot of podcasts because I like gritty games, but I think it's going to be a gritty game.
Yeah.
Kyren Williams been playing really well. There's
Mm-hmm.
all these people saying these stats about Kyren can't play against other NFL teams. He only does well against the Cardinals.
Wow.
He had a good game last week.
Had a good game last week versus the Browns.
I know.
Yeah.
He had a good. I mean, I've seen it on Twitter, X, what do you want to call it? Kyren, he's a great running back. Obviously, Cooper Kupp's been dealing with some health, issues with his hamstring and stuff.
Yep.
They got all the weapons on offense. Their defense, obviously solid. Aaron Donald, Lamar Jackson came up with an illness today. I don't know what that means. Something to watch out for. I'm gonna go Rams.
Yeah, good pick. Good pick. Good game overall. Next one, Panthers, Saints, Panthers.
God, I'm gonna pick the Panthers. I'll pick Panthers, but God.
Hey, technically, as Bucks fans, this is the first fire coach game for the Panthers because they played the Bucks. That doesn't count. So this is a fire. This is the fire coach game.
Bryce Young's been looking better. Bryce Young
almost beat us last week. Listen. I don't want to say it, but he almost did. We won by 3 points. He almost beat us last week. Panthers. Next one, Colts, Bengals at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. I'm not sure if it's still Paul Brown Stadium, but this is an interesting matchup because usually when I always say on here, probably a broken record at this point, maybe people are sick of me saying it, that when teams come off these emotional victories, they don't play well. Both of these teams came off emotional victories versus AFC South opponents last week, which is like crazy that they're playing each other after the Colts winning in overtime and the Bengals winning in overtime as well, actually. Both two teams coming off overtime wins on the road. Because of that, I'm going to take the Bengals at home. If this game was in Indianapolis, I would take the Colts. But because it's at home, I'll take the Bengals. But the Colts are for real. I'm not saying the Bengals are super for real, but the Colts are for real. The Colts are for real. They're no longer, I think the same thing with the Texans. They're no longer like a cute team. The Colts are a very good team. That was a gritty win in Tennessee last week at a divisional opponent. But just because it's at home, I'll take the Bengals in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Colts. They're on the Jaguars' heels right now in terms of making it to the playoffs. This is a must-win game for the Colts. They're playing with the
must win for the Bengals also.
Yeah, but bro, I've seen it a few times, like where these guys like Jake Browning come in, and I'll give him credit. He looked extremely poised. He looked confident, calm when he was throwing. Nothing really they had a costly, I think, what happened? They had a costly fumble on their side.
I think it was the Tyler Boyd interception.
Tyler Boyd interception. That's exactly what it was. They did some weird trick play. They were getting cute, and Tyler Boyd threw a terrible interception. And he stayed calm. They got the win over the Jags. That was a crazy game. I'm still going to go Colts here. I think the Colts all around have a great team. Their defense played amazing. Special teams played well last week. They had some crazy special. I think they had 2 block punts against the Texans, if I'm not mistaken. Titans.
Shout out to Grant Stewart.
Yeah, they got the Titans special teams coordinator fired. That's how well they played. So I'm gonna go Colts here. I know it's an away game. I know the Bengals looked good last week. I just don't know if they're going to be able to recreate it. Prove me wrong, Bengals.
There you go. All right. Jaguars, Browns at First Energy, maybe Progressive Field in Cleveland. Tough game. Tough game. Possibly another Joe Flacco start. I don't think Joe Flacco played that bad, but he threw a deep ball, and you could just tell he did not have it the way he used it. He revved up like it was 2012, and that ball was very, very short. And then obviously the Jaguars coming off a tough defeat, and we don't know the stats of Trevor Lawrence's ankle. It looks like it's just a sprain. It's going to affect his mobility. When he can't run, the Jaguars are not the same team. The Browns have a very good defense. This is going to be a low-scoring game. Travis Etienne is going to get the ball a lot, but the Browns have a very good defense, and for that, I'm going to go with the Browns.
Initially, my heart said Browns, but what I think is going to happen, because typically with a high ankle sprain, players are missing either 0 games or they're missing at least 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
And the way we've seen Trevor Lawrence progress over the week, I actually think he's going to play.
I think he is too. I think he's going to play as well.
I actually think Trevor Lawrence is going to play, and for that reason, give me the Jags. I just don't think the Browns simply aren't gonna put up enough points to keep up with the Jaguars. Obviously, the Browns have a great defense. Myles Garrett's been pretty banged up. I think he's dealing with some shoulder type of injury.
Yeah, I think his shoulder is like almost off the bone.
Yeah, I mean, so that's obviously huge, but I don't think the Jaguars are going to get a lot going on the run game. The Browns have a good run defense, but I still think they'll get it done. Jags.
Also, just an interesting fact, and I've been saying it in our group chat. Deshaun Watson broke his shoulder, and he's in the same sling as Joe Burrow. And they said Joe Burrow's was a wrist injury. I don't believe that was a wrist injury at all. I think Joe Burrow hurt his elbow.
Actually,
he hurt. Well, go ahead.
So, for the viewers that don't know, my dad tore his bicep. He's doing all right, but he has the same looking cast thing. There's a name for it that Joe Burrow has. So I definitely think Joe Burrow tore something. He tore something.
They're saying it's in his wrist, but I don't understand why he would need his arm to be in a sling if he
just so he doesn't move it. Maybe
I guess, but I mean, when you hurt your wrist, you put a thing on it, like the Thanos stones, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. That's my little injury. That's my tinfoil hat. Saying that Joe Burrow actually had surgery on like his elbow or something else, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. Lions, Bears, Soldier Field, Chicago. Another tough NFC North game. Lions with a gritty win in New Orleans last week. Bears are coming off a bye, I believe. Is that true?
Bears are coming off. Their bye was week 13. Yeah, they're coming off a bye.
Yep. I'm gonna go Lions. I know the Bears played them close the first time. They probably have good notes on them, but the Lions are also a very good team, very well coached team. They're going to make adjustments, put their players in the correct position. I'm gonna go Lions here.
So apparently the public is on Chicago, which I don't like. I wanted to pick Chicago. I'm still going to pick Chicago. It's going to be this game. Expect a lot of points. That's what I expect, at least. Chicago defense obviously isn't that great. The Lions, their defense hasn't been that great the last few weeks. Expect a lot of points. I think Justin Fields, he's kind of playing for his job. I feel like he doesn't even care if he gets traded, to be honest. But he's
definitely playing to put on good tape.
Yeah, he's trying to get a nice deal somewhere. So I'm gonna go Bears. He'll probably be a Falcon next year. Let's be real.
All right. 49ers Seahawks, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. These two teams just played on Thanksgiving. It was a beatdown. The Seahawks are coming off a really, really good game versus the Cowboys. Unfortunately, they did not win. 49ers coming off that dominant victory in Philly, which I don't want to say I predicted it, but I did. But again, we're pretty good at this, so we're gonna lose we're gonna lose all our games this week. Tough game, but I'm gonna go 49ers. I think they're just a very good football team. We have 10 minutes left. The producers are flashing in our face. Niners.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Niners. I think for the Seahawks to establish a good run game is gonna be key, or else the 49ers know they're gonna be passing it every single time. And Kenneth Walker has some oblique strain he's dealing with. He might not play. Zach Charbonnet has like some knee swelling, some knee bruise that he's dealing with. He hasn't been practicing. He might not play. We're about to see, I think it's DJ Dallas is their third running back.
Travis Homer.
Travis,
is he still there?
He could be.
No, he's on the Bears now.
Yeah. He is on the Bears. Yep, you're right. DJ Dallas is the next man up. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get it done. Maybe he will. But just the beatdown we saw, I don't see how it changes a whole lot. Maybe the Seahawks won't lose by as much as they did, but I'm gonna go Niners. I think it's pretty easy.
I think it'll be a close game, but the Niners are gonna pull away. Vikings Raiders, Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas. I'm gonna take the Raiders. I think this is the end of
Josh Dobbs mania.
Yeah, and listen, Josh Dobbs is not a bad quarterback. Obviously, he's proven he can play at a very high level. But when you have Justin Jefferson back, I mean, they could also use Justin Jefferson as a decoy. But you don't use that good of a player as a decoy. They're going to he's going to want the ball. They're going to want to throw the football. I don't think that he can make all those throws specifically to Justin Jefferson. He's probably going to be looking his way a lot, maybe eyeing down the defense, eyeing down these throws, staging them. I'm going to take the Raiders in this one. Both teams coming off a bye. I'm going to take the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm shocked this is a 4 o'clock game. I'm gonna pick Raiders as well. I think
I think it's because in Vegas.
Oh, true. I think the Pastronaut has come back to Earth. All right, that was a little thing because for those that don't know, Josh Dobbs like rocket scientist or whatever. But yeah, no, smart guy, good for him. But I'm gonna go Raiders. I think the Raiders are they're not a great football team, but they're pretty good, and I think people kind of forget that. I think their defense is obviously solid, led by Max Crosby. Josh Jacobs is a absolute workhorse. Aiden O'Connell has been pretty good. He's probably like a top 20 quarterback. I don't know. He's like mid. He's doing all right. He's a rookie.
He's good. He's good enough. He's good enough.
But yeah, no, I'm with you. I think the Vikings are going to kind of look like the Bengals we saw last week with a lot of trick plays, trying to get things working, get that offense clicking. And I don't know if it's going to work against the Raiders. So I'm going to go Raiders.
Broncos, Chargers. I think we've been pretty consistent about the Chargers. The Broncos are going to come in there. This is actually the team that Sean Payton was supposed to be the head coach of, but the Chargers did not fire Brandon Staley. Some would say it would be almost like crazy full circle moment if this is the end of the Justin Staley era. And he gets fired after this game because the Chargers are not very good. Won 6-0 in
New England.
In New England. Yeah. I don't know. I don't see it. I like the Broncos a lot. I think they played a tough game. I think Houston, again, we already talked about a very good team. That was a gritty win by Houston, but the Broncos had some turnovers by Russ, just didn't click, but I think they're going to find their footing here in LA. They're going to take care of the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Brandon Staley. I don't know why I said Justin Staley. Brandon Staley.
I'm with you. Broncos. Justin Herbert, poor guy. Like, he doesn't have anybody to throw to. Eckler's clearly something's wrong. He's not Austin Eckler right now. He's got some type of injury we don't know about. That's my guess. I don't know. Josh Palmer, I don't know if he's going to be back this week. If he is back, that's going to be a little plus just to get somebody who can catch the ball. Quentin Johnston was not a good draft pick on their part. But I'm going to go Broncos. They've been playing really well. Obviously, they lost to the Texans, but it was a close game. It came down to like the wire. Russ is playing well. I'm going to go Broncos.
All right. A little rapid fire here. Bills, Chiefs. If the Chiefs didn't lose last week, I would have automatically picked the Bills. I'm still going to pick the Bills because I still have this false hope in the Bills. I don't know why, but I'm going to. I don't think the Chiefs are the same team from last year. It's pretty evident. I'm not saying that they're bad, but they're not the same dominant team they have been. I'm going to take the Bills here.
Yeah, I don't even know who to pick. My gut's saying Bills. I'm going to go Bills.
There's something about the Bills I'm holding on hope for. Great Sunday night game. Great Sunday night game. Eagles, Cowboys, AT&T Stadium, the bright lights, Jerry Jones. Woo! Love these games. NFC East matchup. Oh, what do you like?
This is going to be a shootout. A lot of people probably think the Eagles are going to win. According to my app here, it looks like the public's actually on the Cowboys. I'm going to go Cowboys. Mike McCarthy, unfortunately, had an acute appendicitis and had to get surgery. I think shout out to Nick. I think he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. You know, he's like, hey, man, these guys don't think I can coach right now. He can coach. I'm going to go Cowboys. Their defense is playing amazing. Obviously, their offense is clicking. Dak's now second in MVP. I think he solidifies his MVP race tonight, or not tonight, Sunday night. Cowboys.
So this is interesting because the knock on the Cowboys is that they don't beat any good teams, and this is their prime opportunity to do it. They beat a pretty decent Seahawks team, struggled a little bit, but they did it. Eagles coming off an embarrassing loss to the 49ers. I think this is going to be a game where we find out a lot about both these teams. Are the Eagles that dominant, or are the Cowboys actually really good? So the Cowboys, both these teams can take it to the next level. Tough, man. Tough. Just with the mojo of the Cowboys and what they've got going. Jimmy Johnson's been in the building. He's going to get inducted into the Ring of Honor here pretty soon. I'm going to take the Cowboys. I just got a feeling it just feels a little bit different. Dak is playing at an elite level. I think they're riding this good wave. They had a little mini bye. The Eagles are not a bad football team. Don't put words in our mouth. They're not a bad football team. They're not all the way healthy. It's a tough game. They're a little bit of a gauntlet. It's natural to lose 3 games in the NFL. They'll probably be 10-3 after this game. I think both teams will be 10-3. I think the NFL probably wants the Cowboys to win. I'm going to take the Cowboys. And then boom, boom, real quick. Let's just get these done. Monday Night Football, doubleheader, MetLife Stadium, Packers, Giants, Packers.
Yeah, Packers.
Titans, Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, Dolphins.
Dolphins.
I actually think the Titans are really going to play well. I almost want to pick the Titans, but I'm not going to do it. I think the Dolphins still will win, so Dolphins. And then I said earlier, I love December football games. Buccaneers, Falcons, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta, Georgia, Arthur Blank, Michael Vick, Roddy White, Michael Jenkins. I'm sure the Falcons are going to bring out all the legends for this game, all the stops to try and kill us. It ain't going to happen. We're going to come out with a passion. If Chris Godwin wasn't motivated before this, which I know he was, and I listen, let me clear up Todd Bowles' name real quick. He was not saying, I know context is a killer, but he was not saying that Chris Godwin, because he was hurt, was not giving full energy. He was saying because he was hurt, he may not have been able to be 100%, which may have led to him not getting as many targets naturally because he may not have been able to get that extra burst. He went out there, he gave it his all, and he even said at the end of that quote, he had a great rushing touchdown. The Falcons are not a good football team. Let's just make that abundantly clear. We lost a heartbreaker versus them. That will not happen again. We are going to Atlanta. This is a playoff game. Everybody buckle up, strap your boots. Buccaneers.
That was hype. Yeah, I'm going to go Bucks too. This is a must win game if we want any chance at the playoffs. I think we can get it done, man. Our offense is looking better. It's not, at an elite level, but it's looking a little bit better. If we get Chris Godwin going, man, he's such a good weapon. Obviously, Mike Evans is having such a good year. He's like solidified his legacy. Oh my God, his legacy. My voice just went out. I'm gonna go Bucks.
So emotional.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna go Bucks. Last thing, I totally think we forgot to say our pick record from last week.
Oh yeah. Yeah, all right. You were 8-5. I was 7-6.
Yeah.
Last minute sleepers. Who do you like this week?
Sleeper. I like Zeke on my team.
Boom.
Volume play.
Bias. Love it. Chris Godwin. He's gonna have at least 9 catches. He's gonna get the rock. I'm predicting first play of the game. Chris Godwin will catch the football. First Bucks offensive play. But thank you guys. We love you guys. We're happy to be back here. Shout out Melvin. Shout out Sophia. Shout out to all our followers, all of our subscribers, all over the country, all over the world. Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.